And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 159 of Player Life. It is today is Tuesday in Japan. Tuesday, the what is it? The 31st of August here in Tokyo. Coming to the end of the summer. All is good, all is well. Just got my morning coffee here. It's probably nighttime or evening, wherever you guys are. But yeah, all as good as always. Oh God, I just woke up. But it's got to be done. Got to be done. Let me see. Got to get your sleep. Got to get your sleep. I cannot function properly. I haven't gotten my sleep, but I slept pretty well last night. Slept pretty well. Yesterday I did a good workout. So let me just finish something there. Yes, this is my calisthenics workout. 5 pull-ups. And wrap around to do some dips. 5 dips. Doing these kind of dips like help you to be able to do muscle ups. Muscle ups is when you go down and fully up. So a muscle up is when you go right over the bar and up. So you combine a pull up and a kind of a dip, and then you should, if you can do minimum of 10 each, you should be able to do a muscle up. Pull-ups are hard, man. Pull-ups are real hard. Then do some ab crunches. It's a pretty hard combo, this actually. Pretty hard combo. Pretty tiring. And some chin-ups for the biceps. Nicely slow and controlled. So many people don't do chin-ups or pull-ups properly. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but there's always room for improvement. But so many people do not do them correctly at all. They're doing them completely, very fast and not smooth and not going fully up and not going fully down, and it's not. You want to focus on form. Form is more important than anything else. Form is more important than reps, especially when you're getting older. Like, especially when you're, you don't want to get injured. You get injured pretty easily. You can get injured working out, like just working out. You don't have to be doing any crazy kind of acrobatic. If you don't do something correctly, if you're not, if you don't warm up properly, you don't do it well, you can pull a muscle, you can, put yourself out and then not be able to work out at all. Yeah, that's why I really care about, doing them properly. There's some diamond push-ups. These are hard too. These are much harder than a regular push-up. And then switch to a regular push-up. But yeah, this is how I work out. Outdoors, sun on your back. It's how it has to be done. But yeah, that is my workout. Who we got in the house? Fiorenz in the house. What's up, brother? Hope you're well. Um, Adventures of Electric Lamp says, "Hey Mac, coming in live from the field, getting home empty-handed though. Need to work on opening due to approach anxiety. All good, man. You just go for it, man. You just gotta be more of a savage. Um, just be a savage, man. These chicks want a savage, so be a savage. Uh, and when I say be a savage, I mean just don't give a fuck. Just do not give one single fuck about rejection. About be selfish, be confident. You know, put your own needs first, put your own desires first, and roll up to these chicks like you are the boss. Like you are the one that's offering. That's like they're lucky to have you approach them. That's the mindset you need to have. You know, you need to have the mindset that you're better than this bitch in every single fucking way. You know what I mean? And you probably are. Chicks want to look up to men. They don't want to get hook up with a guy that they're better than. They want you to be better than them. They want you to be stronger. Well, you better be fucking stronger than them. Stronger. More intelligent. Just more experienced. They want you. They want to be with a man that is able to, that they feel safe with, that will look after them. And the biggest mistake a lot of guys make is they go up to girls and they're like, "Oh, excuse me, can I talk to you?" And it's like, why would they want to talk to you? Like, why? Like, that doesn't make them feel safe. You sound like, I'm not saying you're like that, but a lot of guys do it, and they're, you sound like a bitch, and it doesn't make the girl feel safe. The girl obviously subconsciously thinking this is a weak man. He's not going to be able to protect me. There's nothing he can offer me. He seems nervous. Like he's not confident. It's not a masculine feature. And sometimes you don't even like sometimes guys that aren't even, they might not even look physically masculine. Like, they might not look physically alpha. They might have a dodgy fashion sense, or they might look like a bit of a pussy, but yeah, they might have more of a masculine frame than some like gym bros or like tradcons. They might actually it's because they'll have a solid confidence about them. And in a way, that's what women care about more. Like, in a way, that's why game is so fucking important. Like, looks do matter. Looks help. I mean, if you can look like a Chad, obviously do it. But, it's what actually can attract women even more is if you have a masculine, frame, confident frame, and you roll up to girls like you're the boss, like like they're lucky, like they're lucky to be talking to you. So that's kind of mindset. But then again, you could have, like I said, the guy that's a gym bro, a total Chad. But if he rolls up to a girl and he's like, excuse me, and he's all nervous and he's like fidgeting and he's like, yeah, no, it's unattractive, and it'll make the girl feel nervous. It'll just make the girl feel weird and nervous, because sometimes, like if I like if a big guy rolls up to a girl, like he looks physically alpha, physically dominant, but he's behaving like a bitch, it's like very incongruent. It doesn't doesn't really match it doesn't match the way he looks, and then it's going to make the girl feel weird, and she's going to think he's creepy. Girls like to use the word creepy. When a girl says you're creepy, it means she fucking hates you. Like, that's what it means. That's the girl's way of saying, I fucking hate this guy. That's when girls saying you're creepy is an insult. Trust me. If girls call you creepy, it's their way of it's telling you they hate your vibe. They really don't like it. Don't be a creepy guy. Be a fucking asshole rather than be creepy. And I'm not. Guys, they're not really intending on being creepy, but um, you know, be a fucking asshole. You don't want to. Being an asshole is infinitely better than being a creep or being a nice guy. I take being an asshole any fucking day of the week over being a fucking nice guy. Yeah, a girl calling being a nice guy is like one of the worst things that you should take it as an insult. It is an insult when a girl says, "Oh, you're a nice guy." It's like the whole thing. You know, I think we've all been there. I mean, it certainly happened to me before in the past. I can't think of a specific example, but I remember girls rejecting you in a way and saying that but you're so nice. It's like, fuck you. Wow. But yeah, that hasn't happened in a long time. uh, it is what it is. Says LOL. A career can change the way you play game. Definitely. I know a sailor that would only go into port for a couple of days each month. Was forced to slay that night on land. Indeed. When you have that time, you're restricted by time, and that's why if you do go out specifically to do day game, you should only give yourself a specific amount of time so that you have a sense of urgency. You don't want to be just faffing around, like fluffing around, walking around the streets aimlessly for hours. It's not good. It's not a good like I would say, you'll give off an air of fucking being a waster, just like, even if you're not, like, but really, as a high value man, you shouldn't really have hours to spend on the street. You know what I mean? You should have shit to do. A lot of guys think that, in this space, they think I just spend hours on the street gaming. I actually don't, like it's not how I spend my free time. Like I game either I'm teaching guys day game in boot camps, or I'm doing my own stuff and I'm gaming as I go. I don't go so much out to do just day game anymore. I do occasionally, but it's not I'm not just out fucking doing day game. I'm doing shit. I'm either I'm working out, I'm going to do something, or I'm working on I'm working on my business, or it's not just all me just walking around in day game. Although it is fun. It is fun. I enjoy it. You got to enjoy it. That's another thing. You got to fucking enjoy it. It's always going to be an uphill struggle if you don't enjoy doing something. Like, I mean, I was doing a boot camp with a guy, and he said, "How can I learn to enjoy it?" And I was like, And I was like, the way you learn to enjoy it is that you got to get the first few successes, and you're eventually going to need to get a success to give you the motivation to do it. But if you can't enjoy it, if you can't enjoy approaching hot women and talking, trying to trying to have sex with them, I don't know if game is for you. I don't know if it's like what's not to enjoy about it. I mean, there's a chance you could like smash like a real hot girl. That's the best thing about day game, is that you're not approaching like ugly girls, like you never do. That you're just not doing it. Like, the thing about like dating apps, you can get catfished and all, and you have to deal with a whole other bunch, a bunch of other shit. But in day game, in real life, you see the person right in front of you, like so you see what it is what it is, right in front of you. So you're not getting catfished. You're not meeting a girl that's like 15 kilograms heavier than she looks in her photos. Like you're not, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely against dating apps, but it's just like I like the pursuit like of cold approach, and it I through trial and error, I realized that I get far hotter chicks from day game. So what's the point in me using dating apps? Um, just doesn't make sense for someone that has the skills and the ability and that enjoys doing cold approach. That's why I'm a big fan of it. Matt W in the house. What's up, brother? Um, yes, definitely been there way too many times in the past. I guess you were referring to girls, rejecting you by calling you a nice guy. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's funny. It's funny when they do it, but you should take it as an insult and just next these motherfuckers. Next them. That's what you do. When a girl rejects you, you just absolutely next them. Yeah, that's why that recently I've talked before why I pretty much I'm always exchanging contacts through Instagram if they have it these days, because I enjoy like just shooting my shot, and if they reject me or don't play ball, I just unfollow them, and then I they can keep following me, and they can see what they missed out on or whatnot. But the thing is, when a girl rejects me or doesn't play ball, it's like forget about the 3 date rule. It's like there's no date rule. It's like it's Netflix and chill straight off the bat. If a girl has rejected me or ghosted me or left me on unread, any of that shit, like from me inviting her out or whatnot, it's like you skip past all the 3 date rule. It's like, okay, you've done this, so it's like Netflix and chill only. That's the price you pay for um playing hard to get or whatnot. So yeah, Instagram is more satisfying. You can't deliver that kind of message on other on other media, on other messaging apps. It's just better, And these girls they'll take note. They know exactly when you unfollow them, and the girl is really does actually find you interesting, and has a little, is considering banging you when you unfollow them, but they'll continue to watch your stories. Girls that watch your stories consistently right to the end, those kind of girls are thinking about banging you. Even if they don't bang you, they're still thinking about it. They're still thinking, wonder what this guy would be like. Wonder what he'd be like in bed. They're thinking about it. Girls, take note of that. That is significant. When girls, if a girl is like, if there are girls, these kind of things are interesting, Instagram game, all this social media shit, but it does give you an insight. If there are girls that aren't even watching your stories, they don't want to bang you. They're not into you. If there are girls that are, kind of clicking on your first, say you've like 10 stories, and a girl clicks on your first story and doesn't look at the rest of them, she probably doesn't want to bang you. But look at the girls that watch right to the end, like all your stories. Pretty much every one of those girls are interested in you in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, today I was going to talk about insecurities, or how guys can be insecure and why they shouldn't be insecure. Oh yeah, signs that guys are insecure. And I saw MLD talking about it kind of, on his live stream last night. So I'm going to share, what he talked about and maybe add to it a little bit. Let me see. Share screen. Right. So
the fucking soundboard was muted.
Weak male behaviors. Yeah. So
male behaviors. I'm just going to go through a quick list of weak behaviors that are totally. Listen up, because all you keyboard alphas in the fucking chat. This is basically a documentary of your life. Anti-seductive. Remember, your number one seductive tool in today's day and age is having a strong masculine core, all right? Developing strength as a man internally. I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about internally. A solid masculine frame, a solid masculine core, solid inner game. If you don't have these things, you are lost. It is only a matter of time before you lose.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. You can be, you could be physically fit, you could be physically alpha, but if you don't have a strong, inner game, strong physical core, mentally wise, you are fucked. You are fucked. The physicality is good and all, but it doesn't mean shit. At the end of the day, your physicality can be taken away from you by so many different ways. Illness, injury, aging, all that stuff. Like, we're all going to get older. Like, so remain physically fit, physically healthy for as long as you can. Yes, not saying that you shouldn't at all, but what's more important is your mental state. Having a strong, stoic, stoicism. Being mentally strong, mentally stable, not being overly emotional. The less, it's just. There's like I talked about it before. Like, the most dangerous guys are like blue pill alpha guys that are jacked and physically alpha, but blue pill white knight kind of guys like that end up can end up and do end up in prison for getting emotional because they find their because they simp and white knight for their girlfriend that might have cheated, or who knows, getting in bar fights, maybe even killing someone over a girl. These are dangerous fucking assholes, man. I really don't like. I would go as far as to say I hate blue pill alpha guys. They're fucking assholes. They're the type of guys that either can get into a bar fight for some guy hitting on their girl in a club. First of all, who the fuck brings you shouldn't be bringing your girl to a club anyway, but these assholes do, and then they get in fights because someone hit on their girl. But that's a sign of an insecure dickhead. But there's a lot of guys out there like that. A lot of insecure dickhead guys. They might, they might be physically tough, but they're mentally fucking weak little bitches crying about someone hitting on your girlfriend. I mean, I was out with my buddy Jair the other day, and he saw this chick. We were sitting around just having a coffee, and we saw this chick walking by, and it appeared she was alone. So Jair went after her, and he rolled up beside her, and as soon as he did that, he opened her or whatever. I don't know what he said, but as soon as he did that, her boyfriend was actually walking ahead of her. Her boyfriend turned around, grabbed her by the hand, and just pulled her forward and continued walking on. To be honest, that was a perfect, I would do the exact same thing. It was the perfect thing, to do. But the blue pill alpha simp wanker guy goes, "Hey, bro, what are you talking to my girlfriend for? What are you doing, bro? You wanna go, bro?" I was like, that's a weak, insecure idiot of a dickhead would do that. I mean, your girlfriend's hot. It's not like he was doing it. It's not like he was doing it to, you're doing it to, insult the guy. It's nothing to do with the guy. He didn't even see the guy. But yeah, the guy's response was perfect. He just pulled his girlfriend with him, and he walked on, and Yair fell back, and that was it. And there was no beef. There was no need for beef. But blue pill alpha simp guys would make a beef out of it, and they'd either get or either beat up a guy or get beaten up really badly, or even, I'm sure guys have definitely been killed over shit like that. Like it's definitely happened. Yeah, of course it has. But guys get beat up, put in jail for assault or whatever. Totally unnecessary. Like totally unnecessary. Matt W says, facts. There are plenty of blue pill simp military guys. Absolutely, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know why the fuck you would join the military. No offense to anyone in the military, but why the fuck would you join the military? Seriously, why the fuck would you do that? Like, especially the state of Western countries. Why would you do it? How would you put your life on the line for all this shit? Like, put your life on the line for what? For what? It's not gonna, it's absolute shithole. Put your life on the line for all this, like, LGBT and all this progressive bullshit. My God, like, no, just no. Imagine letting that wanker, imagine letting that bitch Kamala Harris send you off to war. Imagine letting that fucking bitch send you off to war to possibly get fucking, killed or, physically, maimed, mutilated by, just garbage. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. It's all fine if you're patriotic and all that shit, but still, I would not join the military. Not in a million years. Matt says, my dad demands his girl spend time with him, but she stays and works extra late at her job. I think he needs to give her some space because he's smothering her. Smothering is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Sign of weakness, sign of an insecure man.
So you might be asking yourself, what are weak behaviors? Okay, here are some weak behaviors. Okay, number one, going through her phone. Okay, you shouldn't give a crap what's going through her phone. Okay, I understand at certain points in the relationship you may be tempted by curiosity, but I'll tell you what, going through her phone, collecting data, seeing what's going on, it's a double-edged sword. And if you're inexperienced, you shouldn't do it because you're going to see stuff that's not even there. Okay. If you're internally weak and insecure to the point that, you want to go through her phone, by going through her phone, this is really going to screw with your head and you're going to see things that are not really there. Okay. Now I do believe that if her phone warrants you going through it, like her phone's buzzing all night and you've been in a committed, 6, 7, 8 month relationship, or even if it's like something simple as 3 months, but you both have verbally committed, but she's getting texts from Brian from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. saying, come over, then okay, it warrants it. But just going through it, just to go through it, not really a strong man's behavior. Number 2, obsessing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference, For me, I enjoy not being in any long-term committed relationships because I can put my hand on my heart and say I genuinely don't give a fuck about what's in any of the girls' phones that I'm seeing. There's no, when you don't become, the thing about when you live the player lifestyle, it's like it's harder to become emotionally attached to one girl. It's like you can, it's more of a choice. I would say it is a choice. For when you become very experienced, You choose, like you can choose whether to let yourself like become all like all gooey and shit. No, like I don't. It's just because when you have that abundance, you realize, I don't know. It is. The easiest way I can explain it is it's a choice. Like you just don't allow yourself to become like fully emotionally attached. Um, might sound cold, but I can't remember. It's years since I've been had any emotional attachment to chicks. Like years. I mean, there are some chicks I'm seeing now that be like that I enjoy seeing. It's fun, but like I wouldn't lose any sleep over like if it finished like right now. It sounded, I really, and I mean that. Like, I mean, I would not lose. There's guys that would lose. When guys love girls, they lose their minds. Like they'll lose sleep. They'll lose their appetite. Total. I hate to say it, but totally bitch behavior. I just I'm not a fan of becoming too emotionally attached to women. I'm just not. I'm sorry. You might think it's a controversial opinion, but honestly, I just think you're as men, we're just freer. Like without that emotional attachment, you're free to live your life. You're free to enjoy, go where you please. You're free to enjoy. You're free to just do whatever the fuck you want. No bitch is gonna tell me what to do. No bitch is gonna tell me that I can't see other women. No, I'm not. It's just absurd to imagine that I'd ever allow that. Why would I allow that? The thing I value most in life is freedom. That's why I absolutely fucking despise all this beer bug shit. I fucking despise it. I really hate the people behind it. I, yeah. What Alex Jones, I saw he had a legendary fucking interview. I can't remember what channel it was on, but it was just a recent one, and it got taken down. And he said the guy asked him, how does the current situation make you feel? Like, how do you deal with it? Does it get you depressed? Does it not depress you? And Alex Jones said, no, I'm not depressed. I've never been suicidal, but I've been homicidal. Oh man, it sounds fucked up, but I can seriously relate to it. I've never been suicidal, but I've been homicidal. These leaders around the world make me feel like that too. Not only leaders, but these normies and shit. Um, you know, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, Alex Jones is probably the best thing to come out of America. He's a fucking legend. The guy predicted 9/11. Like, I don't know. He hasn't been right about everything, but
over any type of her social media behavior. Okay. Now, it's okay if you're saying something along the lines of like, hey, listen, like, you're my girlfriend now, so stop posting like these super, super sexy photos of you for the whole world to see. I really don't like that. That's part of my boundaries. But if it's so as far as, hey, yesterday I saw you following 185 people. Now today you're following 190. You're following Brian 666, Stephen 420, Raphael 69, whatever. Okay. That's a little too much. And by, voicing this to her, it's going to bring up the thoughts of you being a weak man in her mind. Okay. Again, remember, observe in silence and then test her. Then you're going to see who she really is. Okay. Jealousy, any form of jealousy, talking about retroactive jealousy, right? Jealous about stuff that happened in the past, right? Jealous of previous guys who you think may have fucked her better or may have had more money than you or may have been taller than you or more fit than you, right? Any form of jealousy is going to be interpreted as weak behavior, okay?
Yeah. Being jealous is a sign of serious weakness. You don't want to be seen to be jealous. It's a sign of it's a scarcity mindset. It's a scarcity mindset. Guys with abundance don't get jealous. It's like guys with, if you're a millionaire, you're not gonna be jealous of a guy, that has 100 grand. It's like you already have. You should have that abundance mindset. And if you're jealous about the past or whatever, or I don't know, if you become too jealous, it's just a very unattractive quality for chicks. It's just an insecure sign. You know, it's like the guys getting into bar fights, you know, over the girl getting hit on. First of all, why are you bringing your girl to a bar or club anyway if you're in a committed relationship with her? But by the way, this is from MLD's John's Modern Life Dating's course, the Dark Pass, and you know, it is definitely definitely has some good content. Definitely has some seriously good content in it. And if you are interested in signing up to it, click on my affiliate link. I posted in the chat. It's also in the description. But yeah, I've seen John put this course together, and it's pretty dope. Honestly, it's pretty fucking dope. And do me a solid favor, if you are gonna sign up to it, fucking use my affiliate link, because that helps me out too. Tony S says, I see a common thread. These are female-like behaviors. Acting like a bitch won't get you bitches. Exactly. Nail on the head. Acting like a bitch will not get you bitches. We need contrast, you know? You know, the yin and the yang. We need the contrast, the male and the female. If you act like, you know, there's no contrast. If you start acting like a bitch, you know, it's female behavior. You know, that's why I don't tolerate, you know, even so I don't tolerate flakiness and you know, from male friends. If you have a male friend that's being flaky, that is being a bitch. Like, if you arrange to do something with a friend, you know, and he's like, you know, you have a friend that's like flaking on you and canceling last minute, that is bitch made behavior. Like, seriously, like, I cannot tolerate that from a male friend. If I say I'm going to do something with a male friend, you can bet I'm going to be there. Like, unless something like that's out of my control, you know, happens. But you know, one of the things I hate, you know, seriously, from men, is if they're flaky, because it's like I'm dealing with a fucking bitch. Like, that's what and you guys should think like that too. Like, flaking on you know, because women do that. That's fucking bitch. Like, one thing you learn as a player when you're living the player lifestyle, flakiness is female behavior. It's female behavior. And if you have male friends that are doing that, I don't know, you're gonna need to have a sit down with them. Jason L in the house said, "What up, players? Yes, opposites attract. Indeed. Let's continue."
Questioning her about other men, saying like, "Oh, where were you last Friday? You were on a date with another guy? Oh, you know, Saturday you didn't text me all night. Like, were we on a date with another guy? Who were you with? Were you with another guy?" Questioning about other men automatically comes off as super weak behavior, okay? If it gets to the point that you're constantly worrying if this chick's with another guy, you should ask yourself, why am I with this chick, okay? Seeking.
Exactly. Worrying is for women, not for men. You should not be worrying about where your chick is. Such bitch behavior. Worrying, like, oh, where were you? Where were you? I was up all night. Oh my god, I couldn't sleep. It's like bitch behavior. Oh, fucking hell. Like, you're such a bitch if you're doing that. Oh, where were you? I couldn't sleep. Oh, it was 2 a.m. I didn't get a text from you. You didn't text me. Fucking hell. Just think about it. Think about that. Just think about how fucking weak that is. It's so weak. Don't do it.
Validation. We talked about this in a whole separate module. Just stop it, okay? Little things like asking if sex was good enough.
That's an important one. I have never, not never, but it's like in years, like even when I was blue pill, I knew not to do that. You don't ask a girl if the sex was good. You don't ask them. You should fucking know if it was good. You know if you did a good job or not. You don't need to ask. You sound like a little bitch if you're asking, oh, did I make you come? Oh, how was it? Oh, was my dick big enough? Oh, no, shut the fuck up. You should know if you were good enough at sex. Like, it's obvious. Like, you don't need to ask. You sound like an insecure little weakling when you go, oh, was I good? You're fishing for compliments. You're fishing, you're like the girl isn't gonna, most of the time they're not even gonna be honest. Like if it was shit anyway, like if you were shit, like you should know, and she's probably not gonna be honest with you. She's probably it was good or whatever. She'll just she'll leave it at that. Some girls, it depends. I'd say in Western countries, girls might be more honest now. They might say, "Oh, you were shit." They might say that, but you don't need to ask it. You just sound weak. You sound like an idiot. You sound like a little bitch. Like you're fishing for don't fish for compliments. Never fish for compliments from these bitches.
Long enough. Did you come? Are you happy right now? Okay.
Did you come? Yeah, that's another one. That's another one you don't need to ask. You should know. Obviously, girls are a little more, it's a little more ambiguous when it comes to coming and orgasms and all. With men, it's just like it's obvious. You just bust a nut. That's the way it is. But with women, it's more ambiguous. But you don't ask. You don't fucking ask. Like you just don't ask. Like it should be obvious. You sound insecure. You're fishing for compliments. Just fucking try and bang her as good as you can and have a good time doing it. And that's all you can do. Like just learn about sex, learn about the female body, learn about how to smash properly, and that's all you can do. Like learn about the female anatomy, learn about the vagina, like learn how to bang it properly, and that's what you do. You don't go, oh, did I make you come? Oh, am I good at sex? Shut the fuck up. Like just don't do it.
No good. Stop seeking validation. Never do it. Okay. Checking in on her. Hey, babe, just want to see how you're doing. You doing okay? Like, quite frankly, you shouldn't care where she is. Okay. Like it shouldn't really bother you at all. Right.
Another good one. Yeah. Like the only time I'm hitting these bitches up is when I'm trying to meet them. Like it's when I'm trying to arrange a meeting. Occasionally, I have some freaky bitches that I might sext with a bit. It's kind of indulging a little bit, but you shouldn't even be. I don't know. It's kind of sexting is kind of like jerking off. You shouldn't really need to do it. You should be more about. You should want the real thing. Sexting is kind of like porn. It's like you should just be trying to arrange the real thing. But I guess you can spice your sex up through sexting a little bit. But it's I wouldn't say it's the best use of your time. It's not that high value if you're spending an hour sexting. I don't know if that's really a good thing, but And
when you're constantly doing these little things like just checking in on you, hey sunshine, love you so much, have a wonderful day, little things like this, please stop. Very weak, very needy, very anti-seductive. Okay.
That is like I don't believe in telling girls that you love them at all anyway. That's my personal thing. It depends on, I don't know, it depends on how you're trying to play the game, but if you're going for the you should not be the first one to tell a girl that if you're going for a long-term relationship, if that's your thing, that's fine, whatever, but you should not be the one that tells her that you love her first. Like if you're the one that does that, that's weak, that's needy. No, the girls should fall in love with you, not the other way around. You should be a solid dude and not be getting too emotional over these chicks. They should be the ones falling in love with you. All right?
Being in control of your emotions in front of her, okay? This ties back to why I said suffer in silence. When you have these huge emotional outbursts and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this, and we've been together, and how would you do this? And you're reminding me of my mom and my aunt and my grandma, and wah, please dump me. That's all she's hearing. Please get rid of me. All right? You got to be calm like a bomb, cool, calm, collected, composed. She wants you to be that strong, masculine rock. You let her spurg out. You let her go crazy with her emotions, okay? That's a woman's job. I don't care if you feel like you're internally gonna fucking burst. You do not ever emotionally burst out in front of her. You tell her to leave. Hey, listen, I need some time right now. You got to get out. If you're texting her, put your phone down. If you're on a phone call with her, hey, listen, I got to go. Bye. Then you go rage out. You go get.
Exactly. Chaos is feminine and order is masculine. All right. Remember that. Chaos is feminine and order is masculine. All right. So you do not be getting emotional and like getting all like excited, hot and bothered in front of these women. Like all these emotions, like worrying, like crying, getting hysterical. These are feminine kind of, this is feminine. These are feminine traits. You do not want to be seen as being emotional or feminine in front of any of your girls. In front of any of your girls, it doesn't matter if it's a short-term fling. Doesn't matter if it's one of your long-term plates or a girl that you're in a relationship. If you become emotional and you start having outbursts or crying, like. I believe you should never cry in front of a girl. I believe it's not a good thing to do. You just want to have serious control. You want to just think of stoicism. You want to be stoic in front of your girls. But that doesn't mean you can't be fun and have a good time, like laughter, joking around. You can do all that, but when it comes to like negative, like hysterical emotions, absolutely, definitely no. Like, don't do it. It's repulsive. Girls will be repulsed if you cry in front of them. MLD in house says never cry in front of her in cap locks. Like it's a big like. She'll have a hard time getting wet. Like the next time you try and smash her if you cry in front of her. It's like she'll just see you as a schoolboy. And the thing is, some of them you might think, she might show empathy towards you when you if you cry in front of her. She might appear to be empathetic, but the sex the chemistry between you're destroying the chemistry between you. The sexual chemistry when you do something like that. It's just like, let the women get emotional, let them cry, let them have their emotions, but that's not for men to do. Matt W says my dad has all those femme traits. Not good, man. I mean, not good. But sometimes it's hard to teach guys. Sometimes guys aren't willing to change as they get older. It's never too late to change, but Modern Life says ice him. Indeed. Let's see. Matt W says I got a girl right now that says she hated men and enjoyed making them wait for months before she'd smash. I smashed her the second time we hung out, and now she calls me daddy. I love it. It's always them. Jason L says sexting is best when you drop little innuendos to get her mind racing to overt sexual messages like sending her nudes, in my experience. Indeed.
Angry, you go scream in the pillow, you go beat up the punching bag, whatever. You have to control your emotions in front of her. A woman will see a man that cannot control his emotions as a weak man. Believe you me, okay? Physical violence, enough said. That's a form of emotional, lack of emotional control. Enough said, okay? Saying I love you so much, baby, I love you. Like saying I love you to a woman is a...
Let's just get back to the physical violence. Obviously, if you have a girl that's like gets in any way physical with you, like, do what you need to do, but get her the fuck out of your this bitch is fucking toxic as fuck, and she thinks she's big. You're gonna be, if she's bold enough to try and get physical with you, I mean, you need to fucking ghost that bitch so hard, man. Get her the fuck out. Obviously defend yourself. It's not gonna be hard if it's a chick, but you know, get her the fuck out. I mean, maybe if a girl ever gets physical with you, you might even need to whip out your iPhone and like if a girl is in your place and she's getting physical, I would say just because especially if you're in a Western country where everything's fucked up and we have all this Me Too shit, I would say just get your fucking iPhone out, film it, and just like push her out of your fucking place. Because these bitches, the thing I love about living in Japan is you don't have to fucking worry about this shit. Like, but in Western countries, you do, unfortunately. You do have to worry about it. So maybe even film it. But yeah, like no forgiveness. Like if a girl ever gets physical with you, like she's done. Like there's plenty of fucking fish in the sea. You don't need to deal with masculine fucking whores like that. All right, get them the fuck out. She's trying to bait you into hitting her. Don't give her the fucking satisfaction. These fucking whores know that if you hit her, you're fucked. Don't do it. Don't give them the satisfaction. Even if she fucking hits you first, she's trying to bait you. She's trying to fucking put you in jail. That's what a girl's doing when she's hitting you. She knows she can get her ass fucking beat. Don't give her the satisfaction.
Okay, but saying I love you all the time, and more importantly, saying I love you for the fact of you wanting her to say I love you too, that's weak, that's needy. Don't do it. And
yeah, if you're saying I love you to a girl, which I don't believe in, if you're trying to do like pimp game and having these girls on long term, you're probably gonna have to say it a few times. But you're gonna have to give them some. You can't just be icing them out the whole time. Like if you're wanting a girl on a roster, like not just a sex plate, but like having her as a long term kind of thing, you're gonna have to say I love you a few times, but not you can't be the one to say it first. That's a fact. That's my opinion. But yeah, saying it for validation. Yeah, that's weak and lame as fuck. Like getting, waiting for, just saying it so that you can hear it back. It's not cool.
One of the worst ones ever. Do you love me? Okay. You should know if she loves you.
This for me is the exact same. It's this kind of same thing as did you come, or was I good at sex? This same kind of weak vibe. Like, it's the same. Like you should know if you made a girl come, or you at least know you were good in bed. It's the same thing with love. Like it's obvious. You're gonna know. Does she respect you? Is she in line? Does she get upset if you don't meet her and stuff like that? If she loves you, just like if you're good in bed. You don't need to ask. You don't ask that shit. Never.
And if you act in accordance with all the principles here in the dark past, it is only a matter of time before you hear her say, I love you over and over and over again. These are some really weak male behaviors that you do not want to be partaking in. There are a lot more, but these are the core ones that you should absolutely do not do. Thanks. See you in the next module.
All right. That was a pretty solid breakdown of some weak male behaviors that you absolutely do not want to be engaging in, and that is going to be in the dark pass. There's the link in the description for anyone who's going to sign up. Use my affiliate link. Do me a solid. It's actually a dope course. there's so much in it. Actually, there's so much. I mean, and that's not to mention there's what I think is really cool about it is there's 27 video breakdowns of different kinds of females and how best to engage them, how best to go about dating them. Because it's not a one, like guys think, oh, just learn like one kind of game and it's a one kind of size, excuse me, a one size fits all. No, it's like you have to approach the thing about game is calibration and understanding social situations. It's not the same. It's not the same thing. Each girl is different. It's a different kind of situation, and you approach things kind of differently. You like it's like you approach a 20-year-old girl differently to the way you approach a 27 or a 30-year-old girl. It's because they're at different stages in their life, the party years, the epiphany phase, the post-wall phase. It's all, they're all gonna kind of you're gonna have to play them differently. And you can get that in the Dark Pass. It's pretty dope. Highly recommend it. And there's also a dope lineup of webinars. So I don't know, guys, if you really want to up your game, I would say fucking click on the link in the description or in the chat and sign up and do me a solid, and you will thank me later, because this stuff will change your life. It will. Like, you're not going to have a problem with women ever again. It's just, if you listen, if you attend the webinars, and if you take in the material and you act on it, it's definitely you're going to be a part of the elite. 10% of men that are smashing all the women. Because men are suffering more than ever in this day and age. In 2021, women are getting laid more than ever. They're having sex more than they've ever had, because they have access to social media, they have access to dating applications, they can go to nightclubs. I guess they can get, they get hit on, like, even by cold approach, at work, anywhere. It's unbelievably easy for women to get laid, like, and they're engaging in sex and they're having sex. For men, never been harder. It's never been harder, because women have access to top tier guys. Why would they choose the lower level guys? It's like, it's understandable. It's understandable, because as a man, like, if you had access to the top percentile of women, you like abundance, you would obviously go for them, So that's what women are doing. They have access to the alpha Chad guys, and they're going for them, and they're having sex with them. Why would they punch down if they have the opportunity to sleep with the best looking guys, and the best looking, or the guy, MLD says this course will put you in the top 1% of men, period. Agreed. I've seen the course material, and it's top tier, honestly. Honestly is, can say that, hand on my heart. No corners been cut. It's well put together. So yeah, guys, I will leave it there. As usual, smash the like button, comment. Modern Life Dating says, Mac, tell him about my team of servants, bro. I'll leave that one for the next one, but MLD has a nice little harem of hotties, and he's able to do this because he has applied what is in the Dark Pass, and he's learned this over years. This is knowledge that has been gained through hundreds, thousands, if not thousands. No, it must be thousands of engagements with women, dates, and just years of dealing with them. So yeah, guys, check it out. You're not going to regret it. That's for sure. So yeah, guys, I will catch you for the Wednesday episode of Player Life. So in the meantime, sign up to the Dark Pass, and catch you on the flip side. Peace out. Bye bye.